I gotta say, the new look Caitlin Clark, it's not gonna be good for opponents. It's really not. Like, look at how much bigger she's gotten. Like, yeah, Stephanie White saying Caitlin Clark's gotten stronger. Yeah, Caitlin Clark has gotten stronger.
It keeps happening, game after game. Another hard hit, another missed call by the refs. Caitlin Clark has faced relentless physical play, unfair treatment, and blatant disregard for her safety on the court, yet those in charge continue to look the other way.
I watched Angel Reese taking on Caitlin Clark, and I got to tell you, I caught the game in the third quarter, and as I watched the game, it was evident to me, and probably evident to a lot of you if you played or you coached, and I know many of you do, but there's a distinct difference between the two teams.
Now, the latest footage has emerged, something truly unprecedented, a moment so powerful and raw that even Coach Stephanie White couldn't hold back her tears. But what really happened, and how did we reach this point? Get ready, because the Indiana Fever drama is about to unfold like never before.
New reaction after this controversial foul on Caitlin Clark.
Unnecessary.
Clark's Indiana Fever taking on the Chicago Sky on Saturday. The Sky's Kennedy Carter hitting a shot, then heading over to Clark and shoulder checking her. The refs called it a common foul, but the league yesterday...
Let's be honest. WNBA rookies have always had to fight for respect. But what's happening to Caitlin Clark? This isn't just about proving yourself. This is something completely different. From the moment she stepped onto the court, she's been the target of cheap shots, shoves, and blatant fouls that should be automatic flagrant calls. Yet the refs just stand by and watch. And what do WNBA veterans say? Asterisk O, that's just part of the game. Asterisk or asterisk, she's a rookie. She has to earn her place. Asterisk, they act like this is normal. But here's the real question. Can you name even one player who has endured anything close to what Caitlin Clark is facing? The truth is you can't, because this isn't just basketball anymore.
And Clark has personally received 17% of the flagrant fouls called. Literally, she's been fouled 70 on flagrant fouls. 17% of them have been against her personally. We spoke about the Cheryl Swoop situation. We spoke about the numbers, the ratings. We've spoken about the resentment that Caitlin Clark has been receiving, not by most, not by all, but by, to be quite honest, too many. If you had your druthers moving forward, looking at the rest of this WNBA season, looking at the state of women's basketball moving forward, what's your wish and what needs to happen in order for your wish to be achieved and fulfilled? Last word is yours.
Well, what you just said is true. 17%, that's five of those fouls of 32 have been on Caitlin Clark. That's where we get the 17% from. And those were earlier in the season, and I think she's passed the physicality test. By the way, pace, space, it will out-trump physicality every day of the week, like when the Mavericks won the championship in 2011, and they had Jason Kidd, and they were playing Miami and LeBron, and no matter how good, how fast, how athletic, how high you...
When Diana Taurasi threw an elbow, flagrant foul. When Brittany Griner took a hard hit, immediate whistle. But when Caitlin Clark got slammed to the ground, silence, no call, nothing. It's as if there are two sets of rules, one for everyone else and another for Caitlin Clark. But why? Because this isn't just about basketball anymore. This is about something much bigger.
Harassed by Carrington, finds Boston. Clark gets hit in the face by Carrington and is down. Caitlin Clark is down, no call as Connecticut takes advantage, and Clark is still down after taking a shot.
The refs aren't just allowing physical play. They're enforcing an unspoken rule, a rule that says Caitlin Clark should endure this because of who she is. And this is where things take a darker turn. The WNBA wants you to believe this is just tough rookie treatment, but let's be real. There's more to it than that. Look at who's committing the fouls and look at who's on the receiving end. It seems like taking cheap shots at Caitlin Clark is excused under the right circumstances, and throwing an elbow is overlooked as long as the narrative fits.
One-on-one, Sammy Whitcomb with 8 seconds left. Goes around to Gumake. Drives baseline. Shot rejected. Why is he back the door? Second opportunity is up and in by Nalissa Smith.
Because to some people in this league, Caitlin Clark represents something they resent. She's not just a rookie, she's a simple. And that's why the refs aren't protecting her. That's why players are getting away with it. And that's why this latest footage is so heartbreaking. It happened after one of the hardest hits yet. Another brutal shove sent Caitlin Clark crashing to the floor. No call, nothing. And as she got up, you could see it in her face. Frustration, exhaustion, disbelief.
New reaction after this controversial foul on Caitlin Clark.
Unnecessary.
Clark's Indiana Fever taking on the Chicago Sky on Saturday. The Sky's Kennedy Carter hitting a shot, then heading over to Clark and shoulder checking her. The refs called it a common foul, but the league yesterday...
But the real moment came from Coach Stephanie White. For the first time, she lost it. You could see the emotion, the helplessness, the anger, the realization that this isn't just about basketball anymore. And in that moment, it was clear. Enough is enough. So what happens now? Will the WNBA finally step in? Will the refs start calling the game fairly? Or is this just the beginning of something even worse? One thing is certain, Caitlin Clark isn't going anywhere. And if they thought they could break her, they were dead wrong.
I. And here's the thing about Reese. Players are smart. Really smart. Players see what's going on. The ones on their own team. Down 25, the coach is keeping her in the game to get 2 rebounds to get a double-double, or get 3 points to get a double-double. Players look at that and they under-eye, they side-eye, they're like, that's crap. And the media's falling for it, right? I mean, look, I saw yesterday, Stephen A. Smith, Caitlin Clark is the rookie of the year. Oh my gosh. All I didn't do was watch that game last night. One's a lumbering, stumbling, bumbling me person, and the other's a ball. B-A-L-L, ball. And one of the reasons...
Because from day one, she's been carrying the league on her back. And no matter how many times they knock her down, she's going to get right back up. Stronger every time.
Again, it's one of those things where you've got Caitlin Clark, player who, as great as she was not physically strong last season. We can admit that. Like, she was not the most physically strong player in the world, and she still had one of the better rookie seasons ever.
The Caitlin Clark effect is not dying. Like, I don't feel like we have seen a dip in just, how do I even put this into words, just how much people care about Caitlin Clark, care about what she's doing. She has not touched a basketball court. We've seen one workout video from the Indiana Fever. We have not seen her play for however many months. People are still so tapped in and tuned into her life, tuned into the Indiana Fever, tuned into all the Indiana Fever's moves. Like, I felt like there was a moment in time, there was a week where all this free agency stuff was happening, and it was so exciting. And I cannot remember at any point in time where there was a moment like that in the WNBA where people were just locked in, like, what is this team going to do? Where is this player going to go? And they captured the fans during this offseason. And I feel like this her second season in the league, the second year for the Indiana Fever when they're at this stage, it's probably just going to get bigger. They've already announced that the games played in Chicago are going to be played at the NBA arena, so they're already starting to move to different arenas when they go into these smaller cities, and I just don't see the Caitlin Clark effect, the growth of women's basketball slowing down.